Hello everyone, it's Jordan. I'm about a month and a year on testosterone, give or take, and I'm also not in the best mood right now, if I'm going to be completely honest. And I've never tried to make a video when I'm irritated, but I'm gonna try, and we'll see how it goes. Completely, like, the source of my irritation has nothing to do with today's topic, though, and what I'm going to talk about today, you guys, is my orientation, my college orientation, which I just got back from. First off, I arrive and my roommate is a female, okay? So, that was a problem, so I go to the front desk, let them know what's going on. They give me another, like, without outing myself, just saying, hey, my roommate's a girl. And they gave me a new room key, and it was actually super late at night already, and so I go and try to use this new room key. The new room key didn't work, and I was just too frustrated and wasn't having it, so the girl was nice enough to let me stay with her one night. She was fine with it. I just didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable. Then the next day, I told what's called my NSA, or New Student Advisor, about what had happened, and she told her supervisor, because on her thing, actually, too, we grouped up by majors, so I was meeting up with a bunch of different psychology majors, and she had told this guy named Jeremy, like, oh, you're going to be the only guy in my group, and then I walk up, and so it said female on her thing, too. And again, everyone was sort of joking around about it and everything, which made me, like, know I was passing. I feel like if people thought that something was afoot, then they wouldn't be joking about it, but everybody was joking about it, so I knew I was passing. It was just pissing me off because I had made multiple phone calls and emails trying to make sure that, once I got to school, everything would be peachy keen. So she talked to her supervisor, let him know the situation, and then he got all up in my face as if I was some sort of juvenile delinquent trying to pull one over on the system, staying with a girl in her room, which is, again, idiotic in the extreme, seeing as it was their screw-up that even got me in the situation, but whatever. So they ended up getting me, a room finally, and my roommate's name was Ari, cisgendered guy. Really nice guy. Same thing had actually happened to him, but he had actually just, accidentally put female on something or checked that box, So my experience was staying with the guy. I mean, I have a new binder that I'm, wearing right now and everything, so I was in a brand new binder, so I was trying to kind of spend as little time in it as possible, because long days of walking around in the heat, for orientation and everything. So that went pretty well, though, and then we actually shared a bathroom with only one other room. It wasn't communal-style bathrooms like I will have once I actually start college, and in retrospect, I wish I had applied for a room that had that, because there was a lot of privacy, and somewhere to change, and you didn't have to walk far and everything, so I figured out the bathroom situation, showering and all that pretty quick, so hopefully, I'll be able to figure it out with the community-style bathrooms, too. But actually having a male roommate wasn't a big deal. We got along fine. And actually, as a trans person, and, this is just my opinion. I don't know if this is true for all trans folk, but I feel like there are certain milestones that we sort of experience, like, along our transition. And these milestones have nothing to do with, oh, I've been on testosterone for 6 months or anything. They're just, like, moments that happened. And I shared one in my How I Knew I Was Trans video with my friend Gabby's dad calling me Nathan in the hallway. That was one of those moments where I just, like, paused, and it was really, momentous for my transition. And another one of those moments happened, I think it was the second day, and I was going down to breakfast with Ari, and he was still getting his stuff, so I sat at a table for us, and I was just eating, and this guy named Evan came up, started chatting me up and everything, and then, Ari sat down, and obviously 3 guys isn't a big group, but I know all of us have seen, like, either, on high school campuses, walking around town, whatever, like, these just groups of guys that are just all friends and everything, and I never ever really got to have that, just because everyone at my high school knew I was trans, and guys didn't really know what to do about that for the most part, excluding my coworkers. Hung out with all of them yesterday at a pool party. I mean, they're great. But anyway, so I sort of had this experience of just really feeling like one of the guys. And again, like, I've only really had that experience with my coworkers, but the difference is they know I'm trans, and these guys didn't. And while that, I don't think, made a huge difference, I guess it made a difference to me just a little bit within my head, if that makes any sense. So I guess it really was that divide just between being out and being self. Like, I really didn't feel like they treated me any different, but there was that distinction, and that reinforced, I guess, the fact that I think I want to be stealth. So that has to do with something I'm going to talk at the end of the video about. Oh yeah, look at this too, guys. Like, I don't know, that's a long story. I tried to hop a wall and I didn't make it. But anyway, because I got lost, but that's right. So before I skip ahead of myself though, okay, and then I actually ended up having sort of like a little bit of a breakdown because the fact that female kept popping up was really stressing me out when I already thought I had dealt with that. I had actually reached out to 2 different people, you know, because I was feeling insecure and everything, and one made a joke, and one told me that basically I had every right to feel insecure, and neither of those was the response I was looking for. I was looking for a little understanding and support, but, you know, you can't always get what you want. So and I had also not gotten my testosterone shot that I was supposed to get like the day I arrived. So my hormones were out of whack. Anyway, I started like crying in the middle of one of the presentations, and my NSA like pulled me aside and everything. And her name was Kim, and she could not have been greater, you guys. I ended up actually coming out to her, just telling her the full extent of what was going on. And, you know, yeah, she just listened. She actually started making phone calls right away, trying to help me figure out what I needed to do. And so what I ended up needing to do was going to the registrar's office, taking a copy of my decree of my, you know, name and gender change officially from the court, and then just an identification, which I could use my student ID that I got there. So now, via the registrar's office, you know, my sex has officially changed. In all honesty, I think I'm still going to make some phone calls and some emails to make sure that, you know, I'm going to have male roommates once the school year actually starts, just because I thought I had ascertained that, but maybe not, and August 31st is when I'm going to get my roommates' information, and I don't want my roommates to be, you know, Shelby and Mary, you know? But yeah, so I just wanted to share that experience with you guys just in case, I don't know if any of you have college orientations coming up or, you know, have experienced anything similar. All I had to do was go to the registrar's office, basically. Everyone sort of assumed it was a mix-up, you know, people were joking around about it, so that's how I knew I was still passing and everything. I don't think my roommate, you know, knew anything, but so all that went well and fine. So last thing I want to say is, as I said in this video previously and in other videos in the past, I am, for the moment, planning to be stealth in college. So what does that mean to you? It sort of means I am right now debating whether or not I should continue the channel, and that's because if you Google my name, this channel is like one of the first things that pops up. And I'll also say that I don't feel super strongly about it either way. Like, I see the pros and cons of both. Like, you know, I enjoy making these videos. You know, you guys comment saying that they're super helpful and everything, and I feel good, you know, knowing that I'm helping get information out there. I know that I personally, especially before I was able to start my physical transition, you know, found videos on YouTube super helpful. So, but the other end of it is like, you know, I'm going to be sharing a room with two other guys, so like I can't make a video like while they're there, you know, or I can't have like anybody overhear me making the videos necessarily, things of that nature. So I just want you guys' kind of feedback. Like I said, I'm not really leaning towards any side. I'm really leaving it up to you guys. So let me know what you think. You know, inbox me, leave a message in the comments. You know, would you rather I kept doing videos? Would you be okay if I did them less frequent? Would you like them more frequent? I'm really listening to you guys, and I'm willing to adjust because this is something I enjoy doing. And so it's up to you guys. My ears are open for your direction. So, this has been me, and I am, a year and a month on testosterone, and hope everything is going well for everybody else. And good luck to anybody starting college. I will be there in a month. Alright, bye.